Out here, it's real nice today. It's probably about 60 right now. Spring is here, thank God. Um, there's no dog with an IQ of 185. Okay, dogs don't think. There's no dog that would even register anything with an. Tell you something. That IQ, intelligence quotient, um, those tests, don't test. They only test one thing about human beings. It's like your ability to solve problems, to have something in put things in one compartment in the brain, do something else. It doesn't really test the intelligence of a person. The reason why I'm thinking about this is, there's different kinds of intelligence. Like there's people that are real mechanical. I got a guy in the neighborhood. He's a genius. He's mechanically he's a genius. I don't know how he would score on a like Wechsler IQ test. I don't know. He doesn't need to take one. But he's brilliant. He's a brilliant dude. His dad was the same way. If his dad went into engineering, he would have done really well. We were watching something where somebody was saying Einstein's IQ was 185. I heard something completely different. And the you know IQ test was invented about 1900 and really didn't become mainstream in the school systems until like the 60s. It isn't something that people were really using. um, Now there's several different tests. There's that Wechsler one. There's to like sort of gauge where people are. But they were saying Einstein's IQ was 185, and I heard it from somebody else that was knowledgeable that said that's not true. It's estimated it was probably about 155, right? Like 155 is really really bright. Okay, anything over 130 is like really high, so 155 is really high. And for him to be able to think that way, there was like a level of creativity, and creativity really isn't anything that is tested on an IQ test. So you can't, there's nothing that exists that really tests creativity. Hey, get the hell over here. That's the same thing as like, there's a lot of people that are dog stupid. Like this is important what I'm talking about, so listen up. There's a lot of people that I've dealt with. Heel. No, heel. Sit. That think that because they're an intelligent human being, like they should be able to train a dog. And that is really not the case. The problem is a lot of people put their human experiences on something that's non-human. It's arrogance. I'm thinking of two people right now that thought that they understood dogs. Both of them went to, one went to Yale and the other went to Harvard. And both brilliant, but neither one of them could understand a dog. They could never jump out of themselves and see that like a dog is not a thinking creature. It's an animal that responds. So when you train a dog, you're training it with muscle memory. It's a lot of repetition. That's why you want to be very specific with the dog. And when you get your dog back from the trainer, you want to clone yourself into the trainer and really be specific. And the trainer, if he's a good trainer, is going to tell you you're doing it wrong. It might seem like the person's being nitpicky, but they're not. Because your dog is very specific. And if you veer off just a little bit, the dog starts doing its own thing. And once it starts doing its own thing, it's steps out of that muscle memory and is doing a different muscle memory that becomes its behavior then. So you want to keep being specific with the dog. So remember that your dog's not thinking. They respond. Yeah, they have a brain. Of course they have a brain. But it's not like ours. Ours activity, right? We do art. That's totally different. That's totally different than most animals. You can say, well, like there's birds that make incredible looking nests and stuff like that. That's all true. But and you know when you see that, like art is like the only true visual language. So, and I'm not talking about like a silhouette of a woman or a man on a bathroom. That's not what I'm talking about, because the deal with language is open for interpretation. The word might have a sort of meaning, but it's how it's said that is important too. And art, you do that too. Like um, it's not cut and dry. So it is a language. Dogs do not have this. They do not think. They don't have language. They're not human. I'm not putting them down by saying this. They don't even have love. The only love that the dog can experience is like us. Like they're not. We love the dogs, but they can't love us back. So there's just not enough gray matter for them to be having all these emotional responses. There's all kinds of bullshit on the internet. It's like the whole thing with Einstein's IQ being 185. He never took an IQ test, so they don't really know. So when I hear somebody saying it was probably about 155, but extremely highly creative person too, who really think outside of the box, that makes more sense to me than just like this blanket like 185, because most of the people that have like 185, 200, they are underachievers. That's a fact. You know, they're like living in an apartment, not doing anything. So, no, sit. So having a real high IQ isn't necessarily what you would want, you know? And that's the same thing with the dog. Like you don't need a problem solver. You need a dog with a good temperament that's easy to train, like an energy level that you can deal with. Not something like Tonka. He's over 10 and I'm still dealing with his energy level. It's insanity. It's what I wanted. That's what I got. So, you know, you sign a contract with the dog. I love the guy. He can do a lot of stuff, but it's not like this dog. This dog has a high energy level, but not Tonka. At 3 years of age, this guy's going to start slowing down. Tonka, 3 years of age, didn't slow down. He's 10. You know, more mellow now, but at this age, it's just like, you got to be kidding me. So just be realistic about your dog, that really they don't have human emotions. And when you think that the dog's being jealous or something, it's not. You're seeing, no, sit. You better knock it off. That's another thing. You have to be real cut and dry with the dog. It's black and white. Either they understand you like something or you don't. So you need to be real clear with them. And knowing that, if you're like talking baby talk, or you're not clear, like you're saying, like the dog's barking and you're saying, settle down, you're telling the dog to bark. Good boy, settle down. See, it's sort of similar. So you don't want it to bark, you got to give it some attitude. No! Right? Bark it out. But your dog, it doesn't have the intellectual capabilities that a human has. It has no language. You have to be very clear with them. One of the biggest problems that we have with dogs is that people tend to look at them in an anthropomorphic way. We do that with all the animals. Like they're all like, you know, we're looking for patterns that are similar to that of a human being, and it's just we're mammalian, and that's about it. Like we're different than everybody else, and even if you look at the great apes, like we're different than them. Definitely, there's nothing really even similar to us. You know, maybe if there was a Neanderthal still around, like, yeah, you could say, like, you know, that's similar, but, you know, we were interbreeding with them anyway. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, the dog is just like not like you. Stop thinking that it is like you. Don't talk to it in that tone, the baby talk. Your dog doesn't need to hear you. Leave. You don't need to say goodbye to your dog. That'll screw your dog up. Definitely. You're leaving, say, mommy, I'll be right back. You're going to flip out the dog. You know what you're going to do? And if that dog is not in a crate when you're leaving, you're going to give it separation anxiety, and that encompasses 15% of all dogs, 25% of all, 30% of dogs that are given up in shelters. I can't tell you how many dogs I deal with that have separation anxiety. Some of it's real severe. Some of it is, either way, it holds the the owner hostage because they can't leave. They have to like, work around the dog because they're afraid the dog's gonna start flipping out. So, they can't really get anywhere with the dog. Um, it's difficult to deal with. It takes me a month to sort of like get the dog functioning where I can like leave the room a lot of times. But it's a bitch. So be careful what you're saying with the dog. And a crate is not a jail. Stop looking at it like a jail. Look at it like more like it's its safe spot. It's its den. You should have a crate for the dog's entire life. At no time can I think of a dog that is 2 years old that is should be out of the crate. If you have an older dog, say it's 5 or 6 and mellow, and no, and you can get up and walk out of the room, maybe take a shower, and it's still sitting down when you get back, right? But you still might want to put it in the crate when you leave. It's no big deal. What's it matter if it's sitting in the corner on a dog bed or sitting in the crate? And by the way, no, this dog is pissing me off this morning. When you put like a young puppy in the crate, don't put a dog bed or anything like that. Many of these dogs, like bird dogs, they're soft mouth. They're gonna chew, so they're gonna chew up cloth and stuff, and they'll start ingesting it. Next thing you know, you have a dog that has pica, and pica is a real bitch. You're gonna end up at the emergency room with the dog. No. Do you understand? One other thing, while I'm talking about this, don't take your phone with you. If you're walking, really shouldn't be walking your dog. I know this sounds weird, but what you should do is take your dog outside, let it go to the bathroom, and just start training it. Walking your dog, not good. I know it sounds weird, but don't waste your time doing that. You should be training your dog. That's it. If you've been training your dog for a year or something, and you want to go for a walk with the dog, and the dog does a good heel, yeah, go ahead. Do it. Do it. But that shouldn't be like, oh, I got to take my dog for the walk, because that's easy. That's the problem. People don't want to train the dog because I don't know, they find it boring. I find it relaxing. It's a lot like martial arts in that, like, you get better using the leash, right? It's the same thing. Practice makes perfect. And you get better interacting with the dog, and you get to the point where you can tell what the dog's going to do before it does it. That takes practice. So know that, like getting your dog to the point where I can get a dog in 90 days, you're not going to be able to do it, okay? But I'm not telling you not to try. Your best solution is to do a board and train with somebody like me, which, good luck. Robert Masters. Good luck. I'm not telling people not to try. I'm just saying that, like, you might see me doing something with the dog, and you might be trying to keep up with my time frame. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. So I see this all the time. I've had people that are doing it, trying to do it along, and then like the dog comes to me, and like while I'm talking to them, they're like, yeah, my dog's getting it. But then the dog comes for a board and train, and the dog clearly doesn't get it. So I'm on. Hang on. Hang on. I'll be right back. Right here. Something else. Don't get sucked into the Dogs become like big babies. Like they want something, right? So watch it, man. A whining is just get a heel, brother. Sit. It's just as insidious as a bark. So you want to tell them no. Now another thing is a locator howl. That's totally different. Tonka will start it, and he'll start it when I take a dog out and he knows that I'm going to train. So he'll start a locator howl, and that gets everybody doing it. You know, where's the pack? Where is everybody? Meaning, where did I go? You know, I tend to see him doing that as a bratty behavior. Where are you? I want to go with you. Sorry, you can't. So anytime he does this, right just now, I'm headed out. I'm headed back to tell him to shut up. Because if he starts it, Billy will start it. They all start doing it. They're subspecies of the wolf. I'm going in. Destiny's going in. We're both doing the same thing. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's always when I'm going to the backyard with another dog. So I tend to see it as a bratty behavior. That is not separation anxiety. That's a bratty behavior from an obnoxious dog. I can leave. I can go to the store. They're quiet. You know, maybe when I'm coming in, they hear me and they make some noise coming in. Shut the fuck up. But they're quiet. That's not separation anxiety. So just because your dog is making some noise, and it's not separation anxiety. If somebody knocks on the door and your dog and you say no and the dog won't quit, that's poor training. That means your dog does not understand the word no. Okay? Separation anxiety with a dog manifests itself. Dog standing in crate, panting, circling, panting a whole lot. Maybe trying to rip the crate open, barking, going to the bathroom in the crate. That's separation anxiety, and you'll see it when you just leave the room. I go in and out of there all day, you know? So don't think that your dog has separation anxiety just because it barks. You said your dog has separation anxiety if you're leaving and you're seeing any of those behaviors. And when I'm talking about, it doesn't stop. So say you're gone for 2 hours, the dog's standing up. Sometimes they drool. They just stand there drooling. Separation anxiety is caused by the overly loving owner. It's always somebody, it could be somebody peripheral. That's why you shouldn't let friends and family watch your dog. They're the worst. They take liberties with your dog. You could say, hey, do this because I'm training my dog. They're not gonna do it, they don't care. If you have a dog that you're spending time training with, you better be careful who you leave your dog with. People throw a monkey wrench in it, and remember this, you're not me. So you're working extra hard, you should be working extra hard to get better at it, concentrate on holding your leash right and everything, and then you need to go out of town, you give your dog to somebody, and then back and your dog is being a fucking asshole. Don't leave. You're better taking the dog, dumping it off at a boarding facility, and the dog just being in the crate the whole time, knowing that somebody's gonna go in there and clean up after the dog. You're better doing that than giving it to somebody that's gonna, you know, let the dog start jumping on you. You're gonna end up with problems that you're gonna try and evict, and you're not. I'm sorry, but you're not me. I realized that like dog training is not that simple. There's a lot to it. It's all dogs are basically the same on a spectrum. So you start getting a problem with the dog, no. And then you have to figure out how to evict it. You have enough problem remembering how to hold the leash, worrying about your timing, your positive reinforcement timing, your negative, you know, all that you have to like about. Don't throw a monkey wrench into your dog's training by just allowing your friend that loves dogs, they're the worst, man. Oh, I love dogs. I would like to have a dog. Yeah, I'll watch your dog. Don't do it. People are stupid. They are. They're stupid. They have a dog and some stranger wants to pet it. You think that that's socializing the dog? You understand what that does? It causes the dog to be excited. Not even a stranger, somebody on your streets, your next door neighbor. They're petting the dog when the dog's excited. So they're conditioning in excitement with the dog. Every time that they see somebody, they're going to think that they're going to get petted. You leave the puppy. Don't think that you're helping the dog by doing this. Not what your dog needs. Your dog needs to be compliant and be able to, behave itself around people. And letting strangers and children are the fucking worst. You let the children start petting your dog is going to be a wreck. Children are extremely exciting to a dog. They smell different than a eye contact is real low. They're smiling. Don't do it. When a dog comes here, I socialize the dog by training it in the yard. I have it around other animals that needs to be compliant. And then once it's compliant, then I start taking it out in public. And at no time do I let some idiot pet the damn dog. I'm paid to get the dog as calm as possible around people. You ask somebody that really has a real service dog, you say, do you let strangers pet your dog? Fuck no. You got a kid that takes a service dog to a school. Everybody in the class is told to ignore that dog. It doesn't exist. Do not pet the dog. Don't make eye contact with the dog. And that's difficult because kids are jerk-offs. Trust me, I was a kid. You tell a kid not to do something, they're going to want to do it. Oh, look, it's toxic. Look at that toxic Sheba and Pigeon Lady. Yeah, the family is the worst. You are 100% right. I did it all within 90 days, constant training. I had a smart poodle. Well, you're bragging, but I don't know if I actually believe you. Why is training better than walking? Didn't I just explain this? If you're training the dog, if you're walking the dog that's untrained, it's out in front of you, you're training it to walk out in front of you. You train the dog to heel and to be compliant. You train the dog to have a potty command. You don't train the dog to heel on a walk. You train it right here, like we're gonna do with Lutzy. And the dog stays at heel until it gets the potty command, which releases it, that tells it it can sniff. Why is this so hard? What are you trying to do? Just tire out the dog? You're not gonna be able to do it. You're gonna tire out a dog, an animal that can walk from sunrise to sunset faster than you can walk. As long as it's getting water, it doesn't even need to eat. It might go to sleep at night for a little bit, wake up and do it again. And you think you're gonna tire it out. That is not the proper way to deal with a dog. That's Cesar Millan bullshit. You need a dog that's compliant. And that comes with training, and that's too hard for you because you just wanna go out and walk the dog. You're like a lot of people. Well, I'm walking the dog. I'm doing something positive with the dog. By the way, dog runs are one of the worst things you can do for a dog. And that's once again, like the owner's like, oh, I'm gonna take my dog to the dog run. Look at how cool he is. Everybody's gonna think he's cool. And then, the dog learns to fight. You're not doing anything for the dog. The problem that we have with the 6 million dogs dying every year is improper training, lack of training, or no training at all. That's it. If dogs were trained, shelters, people are totally unrealistic. This friend of mine, this comedian, he says, I had this friend that he's having problems with his dog. What's the best way to contact you? So I say, I say by email, but I mean, I'm sure, he was like, how much? She was like, how much do you charge for 2 weeks? I'm like, I don't even do 2 weeks, okay? So if that's what they're looking for, they can find somebody to do that, but they're totally unrealistic. I don't even do 2 weeks. It's a waste of their money and my time. And she's like, well, I don't think that they're unrealistic. They just own a dog and they're uninformed. They're unrealistic because they got the dog without doing any due diligence. They just like, dog, oh, I'll be able to do it. Like I was talking about, like the person with the high IQ. Because somebody has an high IQ does not mean that they can train a dog. There's this arrogance, like, because they're ubiquitous, they're everywhere. They're on every continent except Antarctica. People think that I had to be able to train one. That is not the way that it works. Statistics say that is not the way that it works. Look about the 6 million dogs that are dying every year in an animal shelter. That is not including the dogs that are put in backyards that get out and get hit by cars, the dogs that are left in kennels for just days on end without food. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Or the dog, the little dog that grandma owns, that when people come over, the dog's horrible. Or the dog's even horrible to grandma. Like she can't sit in her easy chair because the fucking dog won't get out of her way and she don't know what to do. It's a fucking problem. You shouldn't be walking your dog. You should be training your dog and stop being lazy. And here's another problem. You can't do it like me. You're never gonna be able to do it like me. This person with the poodle, I don't know if that's what you say. I don't know if I believe. There was a poodle here that came here being able to do sit down whoa, like as a push-up, right? But it also was doing real bad stuff too. So you might be able to train your dog to do sit or whoa, or even the weed pulls, whatever. That doesn't mean that your dog is in a good position. That dog had separation anxiety. There's serious issues. And they created it. They had the ability to train the dog to do some stuff, but they also trained it to do other stuff that was bad. So when people say their dog's trained, I don't know how many times I've heard this. And, well, then why are you contacting me, okay? And then I work with the dog and I say, the dog really is not trained. Or it's trained just bad. Lack of training or improper training. It's just bad. So I give a bravo Zulu to anybody that wants to give it an attempt, right? But be realistic. Like, your better choice is to find somebody that can get the dog trained, and then actually, you try and clone yourself into that person, right? Use the same mannerisms, hold the leash the same way. See how it's always locked with me? Most of the time it's like, I can break the rules because I know the rules. And I know when a dog's gonna screw up. So, it's a fact, man. I'm just telling you, it's not that easy. Oh, like it's Rachel R. All right, I'm gonna work him at heel. No, heel. No, I'm using the leash today. Hey, back your ass up, brother. But I'm gonna use it. Hey! No, he's not supposed to sniff. That's for damn sure. Heel. No, heel, man. Back up. So I'm gonna no, heel. I'm gonna have the leash, but I'm gonna have it draped over me, and he better not pull it off. No, heel. And he better start getting his shit together, which he is. When we first started doing this, it took him a longer time for him to get his shit together. So he's popping into heel quicker, which is what we need to get him out there in the field doing the dummy launcher. Hi, buddy. How you doing, heel? Yeah, you're doing good now. Come on. Don't lick me, dude. I didn't say to do that. Heel. Move. Listen to my voice. It's loose. I think it's making his ears. His ear. No. Come on, man. Get with it. Yesterday's, dogs go through phases. They do, and this is a young dog, so you just work them through the phase. No! That's it. So you might have days where you have real good sessions with the dog. No. You might have sessions where, they're not so good with the dog. You keep working, and you build on success. So he's doing better. No! He's doing much better. I need him to be able to do a good heel. This afternoon we'll probably be out there in the field doing the same thing. And he'll be more open. No. But he still has to sit heel. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I haven't decided. Here, back here, heel. No, heel. So the point is that if you're taking the dog for a walk and it can't heel, every time you take it for the walk, you're training it not to heel. It's going to get worse. It's just going to get worse. So stop being lazy. Take your dog in the backyard and train it to heel. Hey! I can't believe that this is so difficult. No, sit. Get your ass back. He's being real naughty. I might have to use a healing stick. That'd be helpful. I don't really have one. Heel. I do have one. It's just not here. No! Heel's on one side. It's on the left side. Man, that's it. Hang on. Sit. It's too much. We're going back to the stick. Okay. Let me go get a healing stick. A healing stick is a bendable stick. I bring it down. I bounce it off his chest or his legs. There's a lot of birds out here. He's totally birdie. He's a very birdie dog. We're going to use that because we were using it, getting a lot of success. We dropped it, yesterday, and then I'm seeing that he is better with the healing stick. So I'd rather use the healing stick right now than the leash, but we might use both. Hang on, I'll be right back. No. Heel. Get over here. Come on, man. No, heel. This is a heel. Oh. Get your ass at heel. This is a healing stick. It's bendy. See, it doesn't hurt. It's not supposed to hurt. It's supposed to annoy. Back up. No, back up. Sit. Quit. So you hold it like an umbrella. It comes down. It goes right back up like an umbrella. Okay? Just you use it on the front or the butt. If the dog's not sitting, you can go down. No, sit. Tap them on the butt. I use this a lot with like puppies. You know how you start putting them in the position by pushing their ass down, and then it becomes like you're just using your finger, right? At that point, you can just sort of tap it, and then you're home free. So, not supposed to hurt. If you're using it to hurt, you're using it wrong. Maybe you can hear this. No, listen. You want to hear this. See? It's not hurting. It's not hurting. But you could if you just bam, 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 bam. And I know somebody that did that. And we're having trouble with their dog. I explained it to them, and then they just thought that it didn't matter. Dog got on the bed, and I said, well, what did you do? And they explained it like, I got it, the dog was on the bed, I got it, and I walked towards the dog. You're stupid, okay? So they're walking, the dog's there, and they're walking over towards the dog, and then, no, get get off there, goddamn, stupid, just stupid. Dogs perceive even objects that are hollow. Like say, if you're going, the reason why it's up, you don't want them to see it coming. It just comes down and that's it, right? So like if like that bonking thing, don't ever hit a dog with a rolled up towel. That's moronic, okay? That's so stupid. But like if you even like if you used a card wrapping paper and you're like, well, I spanked the dog, you are a fucking idiot, right? That is not the way it's used. It's very specific. It's when you're healing or with sit, okay? You don't walk towards the dog, I'm gonna get you. People are so dumb. They are. Human beings, they're arrogant. Those were smart people. That's what I'm talking about. One was an educator, the other was like a programmer. People imagine what it's supposed to be in their head, and you try and explain it to them as much as you can, and then like they hear what they want to hear. So that's why lessons, I'm like, after the board and train, man, he's sitting better and everything, because over here, he knows that I have this. So you use this like you use anything, like you keep using it until the dog stops doing it. So we're gonna have this now for a while, because we didn't use it yesterday, it was a douche. Whatever. Heel. No, heel. And now we have a tighter heel. No, heel. So that's important that like all of the no, all of the training devices that deliver pressure are used until the dog stops. You still like use it with the dog for a period of time. So say you're using an e-collar and the dog is finishing out. Now this, like a Labrador, most Labradors, like say a waterfowl dog, they're not gonna finish out the second year, right? So you train them for 3 or 4 years before they're considered finished. Bird dog's the same thing. You get a train an upland game dog, it might finish out in the 3rd or 4th year. So say your dog's finished, no. Say, no, heel. So the dog's finishing out, you still keep putting the e-collar on the dog. The dog's doing good on leash. The dog does a transition where it's dragging the leash. So keep that in mind. And training with food is moronic. That is just stupid. It's going to condition your dog to be excited around food. It's just so stupid. Heel with him because I had side of heel, I might use it like that. No! Along in conjunction with no. Goes back into it's an umbrella position. Much better. He's a lot calmer. He's paying more attention to me and not the birds, which is a big deal for a bird dog. Like he's had some months chasing birds. That was one of the things that don't, chase the cat and chase birds. That's a compliancy issue and just sort of lack of training. No. Oops, sorry. Right? So that's a compliancy issue. Now, right then, he got distracted. Come on, he got distracted here by the sound of the truck. Now, dogs perceive trucks like a growling sound, sort of like skateboards. You see a no heel. You see a your dog responds terrible when it sees a skateboard. It wants to attack it. Here. That's because it's making a growling sound. Here, you're doing good, buddy. Good job, dude. Heel. No, you're doing great. No, it's a good job, man. Heel. To get your dog to quit doing that, to evict that problem, which would be easy for me, it might not be easy for you. It's gonna, you know, I'm not gonna, oh, the dog just has a problem with skateboards. I'm not gonna even get it around a skateboard for 45 days. I want the dog to not be around skateboards, and I want the dog to be compliant with me before I even get it around the skateboard. So the dog has a phobia to vacuum cleaners. I'm going to work that dog, and the dog's going to be compliant for me before I get him around a vacuum cleaner. Notice he's so much tighter when I use this. So you want your dog as calm as possible. You want the position to be more as consistent as possible, because the longer and more that it is in the, you know, correct, that becomes their general behavior. So I'm not saying don't get a healing stick. You can, but you have to use it like this. There's a proper way to use something and an improper way to use. Sit. No, sit. There's nothing wrong with an e-collar as long as it's used properly. If you're dialing it up, not so good. Merlin was pretty high on an e-collar, but I don't really know what transpired with him. I've only seen that one other time with an Akita. But usually if you start out right, like with a puppy, you put the e-collar on them, and you've been training them. By the way, you don't teach the dog anything with the e-collar other than to do the command quicker. So the dog has to know the command before you even introduce an e-collar. So, you know, it's ridiculous. For conditioning purposes, many times we're using on one or two. That's the e-collar technologies. Don't buy a Chinese. Hey, where are you going, dude? Heel. Real bad. Sit. No, sit. Okay, hurry, hurry. I think he had to go to the bathroom. But still, let's see if he does something. Is that the mockingbird, dude? Is that what it is? Don't scream, man. Is he building a nest again? I don't see it. I don't see it. No. Dude, heel. Get a heel. No. Let's see, heel. No. Sit. Okay. Let's move this. Let's get him to cast a little bit. He's running around looking for birds, of course. It's not a birds, it's spring. It's a good time that he's here because there's a lot of birds, because he's shitty with birds. All the items that we retrieve with have bird scent on them too. We want them to associate the bird smell with something positive. Hey, Lutz! Lutz, come here. Here, come here. Up. Good. No, sit. Let's see. Up. Sit. No, sit. Let's see. Up. No, sit. Spin around. No. Hey, let's see. Sit. Dogs go in the direction of their head, man. He's being, hey, dude, stop. Up. Sit. Good boy. Up. No. Sit. No, sit. Good boy. Up. Sit. No, sit. Good boy. Up. Sit. No, sit. Yes. Let's see. Up. No. Sit. Good. Up. No. No, sit. No, that's not sit, dude. It's not sit. Sit. Let's see. Up. Sit. No, sit. Good boy. Okay, up. No, sit. No, 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 sit. Sit. Let me put him up. Go let another dog out. Okay. I'll leave this healing stick out here because I'm going to use it later with him. Lutsy putsy. Come here. Go, heel. Right here. Heel. I'm coming. Baby, do this for me real quick. No, hang on. Here. No. Baby, here. No, here. Baby, up. No, sit. Baby, over. Sit. Over. Sit. Over. No. Sit. You're good. Up. Sit. Okay. It's Baby the pit bull. Who is a baby? I don't know if she's involved in that howling. To locate her house, she probably is. She's definitely, if she sees me going out with a dog, you know, I'll work her with other dogs. So she thinks that she's gonna go. That doesn't mean she's gonna go. So if I'm outside, I bring her collar, her e-collar with her so I can tell her to shut up. I hear a dove. That must be what the boy was hearing or smelling. Lutsy. What else? I'm going to trying to find a place for this mermaid thing to try and finish it out. I'm going to try and find a place to put it in the barn, so I got to break it down and drag it out here, reassemble it, which shouldn't be anything. I might have to do it in, you know, can't do it all at once probably, but part out and then the other part out. So I want to show that thing. So if I could get it working, I want to send it to this gallery and see if they're interested. It's a nice piece. It's a it's like a piece where it's not real specific. So I'll make political artwork. This might, you know, has some connotation. You know, I'm not going to explain anything to anybody, but this one gives more room for people to make their own decision or something. You know, it's about pollution pretty much. You're a good dog, baby. Who's here? Oh, there's PL. I've showed it. I got another piece that goes with that that's the same thing. Both are an electrical slip ring. An electrical slip ring is a way that you can get power on, like, say, a table that's turning, right? Because you can't put a cord up there because it'll make one turn and get wrapped up. So it's essentially two copper rings on the bottom, and then there's carbon brush on like a spring activated carbon brush, so it keeps making contact, so it goes over it. That's what they are. So but the one thing that I have to move is like this giant seahorse. Fuck, man, I was trying to put it up on the thing, and it's so heavy that it, like, I was trying to pick it up, man. It's too heavy. I'm gonna use a dolly to move it for sure. Try and see if Destiny will help me get it off the thing onto the dolly. But it was so heavy, it clunked me in the head, and I thought I did head damage. So I'm gonna be real careful with it, and I don't want a hernia. You know, I don't know how heavy it is. It's not light, and it's like this, you know, like, might not be that heavy. It's just how it is. The position of the weight is just, it's hard to deal with. I'll switch to talking about. Yeah, the schooling stick for a horse, right? There's also slap crops that we use with dogs. It's a shorter thing, and it has a little piece of leather on it. I like them. I don't know where the one went, but you take them, the same thing, and the slap thing, when it hits, I don't know what happened to it. I'm not gonna buy another one, at least not right now. Cutting up the wood it's not wood, the branches from the plum tree, putting them in this fire pit over here to get rid of them. I know it's fascinating. That's what I'm telling y'all. Trying to get my yard together. Definitely have my garden to the point where I could be putting stuff in. So that's real good. I think it's a little early. It's a little early. If it was April 20th and I could get a 10-day forecast and it looked like it wasn't going to go below 32 at night, I'd definitely put some stuff in. I could put some stuff in anyway and just throw something over it, like a tarp at night. I might do that. Sort of want to get it going. It's better. I amended the soil with a lot of stuff, and I use fertilizer too. You want your yard to be like this? There's a lot of trees back here. I like it in the spring and the summer. You know, because there's so many trees. I have so many paw trees. It's just totally green. You know, you can be in that center over there, and like a little, nobody can see you. Bathe naked. No, I don't do that. I'm not a nudist. I've known nudists before, though. They're exhibitionists, pretty much. when I worked at the National Shakespeare Conservatory, there were several there that were flat out nudists. They walked around naked all day. Um, not they weren't there for the school. They had some kind of, like, one of them was a past student, and I think the other one had, like, maybe it was on the board of directors and would just go up there and hang out for the summer. And they just walked around naked all day, you know, like no big deal. When it go into the chow hall or whatever, he'd put clothes on. But it's weird. But then again, like the actors, a lot of actors are like that too, because the kids would start showing up. The next thing you know, and I mean kids, they're all out of high school. They'd start showing up, and you look down at the pool, and there's a bunch of them are like naked during the day swimming. You know, so actors have a tendency to be that way. I'm not totally well. I'm pretty well. No, I'm not totally uptight. I guess I'm not. I jumped off a cliff once. There were people there that didn't want to jump. I took my clothes off because I didn't I didn't want to put on. You know, it was cold, and I didn't want to put on. I didn't want to have wet, so I didn't really give a shit. That was back when I was drinking, though. I probably wouldn't have jumped off the cliff, but I was drinking. You know, history with cliffs too. So, but I don't have a problem with heights as long as there's water beneath me. Doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. I'd definitely dive off of a 10 meter. That's not a problem. Um, 30 feet. 30 feet's high. You're up there. It's high. You could get hurt if you do it wrong. God, it's nice out. Yeah, I got to use the healing stick more with Lutzy. Lutzy needs to be more compliant. I had the starter pistol with me. I put it when I went back in there. I put it down because it was in my back pocket. I knew I wanted to sit down, but I got to do that again with him today. That's coming along too. Working on some more leash retrieves. I think I'll probably do like. So if he was doing a better heel, I'd walk the yard and have him do walking retrieves. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I need him to do a really nice tight heel. He's a young dog. He's a pisser. He is a typical bird dog. He is totally friendly. I mean, there were times I'm at the back and he's like looking up at me like, "I'm doing good right now, aren't I?" And you know, I pet him. That's what you want. I need the dog to be getting it, and he is. He is picking it up. You know, they're not really thinkers. So if I had the money to finish out this barn, God, it'd be great. I got to worry more about the roof on that house, though. But I'm gonna use the barn for an art studio for sure. Oh, there's plenty of nudist beaches all over. I remember I was in the Navy, and there was a section of beach that was nudist in San Diego, and it was a bunch of us. And somebody said, "Yeah, the nudist beach is down there. Let's walk that way." I went like, "Bullshit." No, really. So we walked down there. Yeah, they were naked. We left because we all felt weird because we had clothes on. So I was like, "This is just too weird. I gotta go." But the weirdest thing about it, this is really creepy, is creepier than the Navy guys going down there. We were 18, but you know, fuck it. Um, it was a cliff, and above the cliff was people with telephoto lenses taking pictures of people. What the fuck? It was so bizarre. I remember it to this day. It was like, what the fuck? But the whole nudist thing, like, when somebody said that, I was like, no way. Really? There were some people that were at the nudist beach. I remember suits on, but there were a lot of people that were down there totally naked. I will say this about the nudist beach: the people there, it wasn't Playboy bunnies. You know, it wasn't. I mean, I didn't want to be. I just didn't. They're all like old people, a lot of old people. You know, meaning older than me and in worse shape than me for sure. Um, like I don't, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really understand it. I think they're exhibitionists. My friend Chad, um, his mom was a nudist, and he would say it'd be mortified. He'd go over there with his friends, and his mom would be walking around naked, and be like, Mom, could you put some clothes on? Like that. Of course, I asked Chad. I said, "Is your mom hot?" Right? He's go, "Man, it's my mom," and no, I don't think any of my friends thought that she was hot. But she would do it, and there was some place that she would hang out with him too. Now he has nothing like that. He's not like that at all. Um, but it would have been difficult. Like if I would have come home with a friend, and then my friends are over, my mom walks out naked. Like, fuck Sue, could you just not friends over? You know, I don't get it. I mean, I find it weird that like Chad's mom didn't realize how embarrassing it would be to Chad, but I think that it's sort of like, look, it's the human body, right? It shouldn't bother any of us. I don't know why human beings have this, like this embarrassment or shame or something. I don't know why we have it. No other animal seems to have it. You're naked, so what? You know? I remember the first time life drawing at the Art Institute. So go in there. Most of us have never done it, you know, had a nude model. You go in there, everybody was quiet, didn't say a word, right? By the second or third class, everybody's, yeah, whatever, talking to the model and shit. Hey, what's up? We ended up, no, one of the models was a friend of mine, Brenda, who passed away a few years back. God, that woman, she was awesome. Um, Brenda was in this uh, movie a lot of times that they filmed in Kansas City about, I think it's called Birdland. The director really liked Brenda. Brenda was a striking woman. And so it's all about, the jazz scene back in the day. And I was talking to her like when I started the channel, like because she's an actress, like, and it was like trying to figure out a way that we could do something. She's not afraid of the camera, and the camera really likes her. And then like a year later, it was like Thanksgiving. She got sick and then went into the hospital and never came out. Like 30 days later, she was dead. She had colon rectal cancer. But yeah, Brenda Nelson, she was awesome. I liked her a lot. Boy, that woman smoked weed. Just should just be like constantly hit. Just smoked so much weed. Um, Level-headed though. Always working. Doing that though as work. Some of the teachers used her as a model. Um, it takes a certain kind of person to be able to do that, feel comfortable with themselves enough to like get up in front of people. So some of the models, it was real strange. Like they would be like not attractive. Brenda was an attractive person, but the unattractive person would get up there like really overweight, which drawing the overweight person was pretty awesome. But it was just like they were not attractive and they had no problems. Like they had like no, they were fearless. They didn't care. Just like nothing, like whatever. I think that's how some people are. I remember recently, I did one piece. I've done in that pants on. I'm naked. Gosh, like that, and it was sort of like a big jump for me to be able to like, can I do this? Well, it's just like my butt. Yeah, I can do it, and I did it. I was rather proud of myself that I didn't puss out. Full frontal nudity? Can't do it, I don't think. No, I don't think. Hey! Yeah, I don't think I could do that for sure. No. You're a good pit bull, dude. I should go get Tonk and do the weave pulls with that idiot. He's bitchy. Yeah, some people like they just it's no problem. Like, whatever. Like to be the only nude person in a room seems like that would be uncomfortable. You know, like I a friend of mine in college, he said that he would always have these dreams where he was back in high school and he was naked and no one else was. And supposedly that's some kind of common dream. I never had that. I've never had one of those. The only dream I've been naked in the interior of the sun talking to the gray aliens. That's the only time. What I was wearing when I went to sleep, which sort of is strange. That's the weirdest thing about those dreams is I have the dreams. Whatever I'm wearing when I go to sleep, that's what I'm wearing in those dreams. Like if it's just jeans, no shirt, I'm up there in the interior of the sun with no jeans, no shirt, no shoes. It's real. It's real weird. I gotta go get Tonka. He's being a dick. I gotta do the weed pulls with that idiot. Toxic Sheba. Ladies and gentlemen, Toxic Sheba. That's right. Let me go get Tonk. He does the weed pulls pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, Pigeon Lady, also known as Sarah, which Sarah is spelled the same way as Sarah, but it's a different pronunciation. Sarah or Sarah, and I have a friend, but she spells it Sarah. Well, that's how PL spells it, I think. Or she pronounces it Sarah. Is that what you're saying? I've known, yeah, like, I know. I've known three different. One was an Italian, that's Sarah, and then one is Heidi's owner and the Pigeon Lady. That's the first time that I heard it with Heidi's owner. No, I'm not Sarah, I'm Sarah. Yeah, with Sarah spelled like that, that's very specific and it's pronounced one way. But the way that you spell it, right, it can be pronounced Sarah. Is that correct? Or no? Come on, tell me. I gotta know. Somebody was saying that the other day. Is it, am I correct in that? Your name can be pronounced Sarah or Sarah, right? Come on. Or in the Bible, you're saying it's spelled with the H. Oh, PL, you and your freaking name. And your pigeons. And Foxy, your boyfriend. The trucker. The macho trucker. Right? Pigeon Lady's not answering me. That's so annoying. infuriated. I'm gonna have to go get Tonka. What do I make for dinner? I don't know. I don't know. I have a childhood friend named Sarah, and my friend Pigeon Lady is named Sarah. Yeah, but PL didn't answer my question. Sarah with an H is how they spell it in the Bible, right? But how PL spells it, it can also be pronounced Sarah. But Sarah spelled with an H is never Sarah, right? Okay, let me go get Tonka. Yeah, I've heard that too. There's only one way to spell it with an H. Yeah, right? Let me go get Tonk. Quiet, Brewster. I don't want to hear it. Tonka, pick it up. Oh, come here, smartass. You took that, didn't you? Come here, here. No, here. That's mine. Give it. I'm not doing that, dude. What a D-bag. What a D-bag. No, you peed on my pawpaw tree, dick. God damn it, dude. Man, that's a young pawpaw tree. That was a real asshole move, Tonka. I gotta throw some water on it or else it's gonna fuck up. You are an idiot. What an asshole. God damn it, man. Tonka. Guess it's time to get the hose out. Right? What's the name, though? I suppose you can spell it however you want. I need to go to the tennis court in a bit. I'll talk to you later. Stay safe. Yeah. Tuck's explained this game. It's like paddle tennis, but it's not. I forgot what he calls it. Something. He calls it something. She calls it something. Not he. He's he. Toxic. She. You're a he. Something like that. She's playing something. Now he has to do the fucking weave pulse. Here, heel. No, heel. Come on. Here, heel. No, heel. Wait. No, wait. Bingo, dude. Here. Okay, wave. Beautiful, dude. Heel. Fly through it for me once, okay? Tonka, heel. Sorry. Tonka, wave. Good boy. Here. Man, I am like half asleep. I am. Here. Wave. Beautiful job, Tonk. Here, come on, buddy. Wave. Beautiful. Here, heel. Tonka, wave. Here, heel. You're doing a real good job, man. That's really good, Tonk. Wave. No, wave. See if you can do it in reverse. Right? See if you can do it in reverse. Tonka, come here. Here. Come here. No. Whoa. Tonka. No. What? Whoa. Okay, wave. No, you can do it. Come on, dude. Tonka. Wave. Okay, good. That's good. Come here, do it one more time. Let's see if you can. Tonka, wave. Good. Okay, now I want you to do something. Let's see if you can do this. Come here, smart ass. Okay, Tonka, wave. Tonka, bring it back. Wave. No, wave. No, back there. Back up. Wave. No, come here. Here, let's see. Hang on. Come here, right there. Whoa. Whoa. Tonka, wave. Almost. Come here. Come here. Come here. It's Tonka. It's a he. Here, heel. You know who I do it with all the time? Lutzy. Lutzy, I'm calling a she. I don't know what this is. And Bucket, my cat. It's a cat. It's a he. No, here. Whoa. No, whoa. Tonka, wave. No, man. Come on. I do need to wake up. Here. Tonka. Whoa. Okay, wave. No, wave, dude. What the fuck are you doing, man? Get the fuck out of here and finish the fucking deal. All right, do it one time and I'll give you a break. Here. Okay, wave. No, wave. Get over here. Okay, wave. Dude, wave. Good boy. Bring it back. Wave. 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 Do it. No, wave. Here, try it this way. And then we'll, I know, I'm confusing you. Here. Back up. Here. Right there. Whoa. Whoa. Tonka. Weave. Good. Good boy. Okay, weave. Tonka, bring it over here. Whoa. Tonka, weave. No, weave. No, you missed it, dude. Come here. Tonka, weave. Here. There you go. Come on. Okay, wave. Wave. Good boy. Come over here. Come over. No, wave. 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 No! Wave. No! Tonka, here. Here. Wave. Okay, go take a break. We'll get you to do it, Tonk. Oh my God. I do need to wake up. I haven't really eaten anything, too. It's a problem. It is. It's a fucking problem. No! I got it, Tonka. No! No! Get out of here. No. What can I eat? I had a smoothie this morning. It was carnation instant breakfast, milk, spinach, pineapple. I had a multivitamin. You should probably do the dummy launcher with Billy and Gus. I gotta work Lutzy a lot more today. And baby. Yeah, maybe we'll take baby in the field. Make an omelet. Um, um, with a khaki egg, huh? No, dude, leave it alone. Tonk. I can make a no, I can't. I don't think we have any bread. It's a bummer. Maybe I'll go eat something, have a little caffeine, and then take this out to the field and do the dummy launcher. But do it in the far field with the grass. I think that's what I'll do. God, it's spring. I'll do that. All right, I'll see y'all. I'll live stream in a bit. Cheese, onion, omelet. Mmm. Really? I'll see ya. Sarah.